Hi guys, this is Leela. In this video, we will learn about the another important parameter, that is nothing but label parameter. So it's not an important thing. Label instruction will try to. So what is the use of this label? So this is used to add the metadata to the image. So metadata means nothing but what I can tell you is like adding a order, and these all the things comes under the metadata. So what can I tell about this one is, so label is a way to add a metadata to a Docker image. To the image means, then you will get confused, to the Docker image. This metadata can include information such as, so I will try to tell you, so information such as author, okay, and the version of the application inside the image, and the description of the image, or any other relevant data that can be useful for managing, organizing and finding the Docker images. So something like this. So for these situations we will be using this label thing. Okay, this is one thing you need to understand. And the supporting format, or it supports the key value format. Okay, it supports the key value format. So something like key is equal to the format or the data or the value you will need to give. Okay, so this is the thing you will be trying to give. And the another one which I want to tell you about this one is, so here another one is, let's try to, so we can also declare the value or the label value. We can also declare the label value in a single line or a multi-line. Okay, so I will try to show you this one. This one you can mention the label value in a single line or a multi-line in a Dockerfile. So in a Dockerfile you can mention it either in a single line or in a multi-line. I will try to tell you. And we have learned about the maintainer key, right, or the maintainer instruction, or the maintainer command, or the parameter, whichever it may be. So this one I have told you that this is deprecated. So this one is deprecated. So we need to use the label instead of maintainer. Okay, so these are the things which I want to tell you. So what I am trying to tell you, the label is used to add the metadata to the Docker image, and it will be trying to give you something like author, version, description, these are all the things, or any other relevant data if you want to add it means. So we will be using the label. So the syntax for this one is, which will looks like label. So these all should be in capital letters, and the key one is equal to value 1, like this you will be having. And you can have another one, something like label key 1, key 2 is equal to value 2. You can give it like this. And if you want to mention, so these are so something like so multi-line you are trying to do it, right? In a single line if you want to mention it means, say label, and you can take this key 1, value 1, okay, and you need to give a space, and you can mention it key 2, value 2. So like this you need to mention. So this is how we can mention the label. So what is the purpose of this one? So first one is, the label purpose is documentation. It provides the details about the image, such as its purpose, version and author. Organization, next one, helps categorize and search for images using labels as filters. So if you are having so many Docker images in your system means, then if you want to search the Docker image using the label as a filter means, you can do it. And automation, label can be used in automated systems for deployment, monitoring or maintenance. That is one thing. So best practices is, so the label best practice. So now we have understood about this one. So the label best practices which we need to use it. Okay. First one is consistent naming. So use a consistent naming convention for keys to make it easier to manage and search labels in the images. Avoid sensitive data. So this is one more important thing. In label we should not add the sensitive data. Okay. So sensitive data should not be added. Why? Because sensitive data, something like do not store the sensitive information in labels as they are easily accessible, like MySQL password. So these are something will be there, right? So we should not add the sensitive data in the label. Why? Because so this label will be automatically committed to the GitHub. The Dockerfile will be automatic. So when somebody opens the Dockerfile means, so they can able to see the sensitive data. So this is one thing. Okay, same thing comes under the env also, which we'll try to learn in the next videos. Follow conventions. If applicable, follow common conventions such as those suggested by the Open Container Initiative, OCI. So whatever the Open Container Initiative suggests us, what naming conventions and the conventions, whatever it may be, common conventions, we should follow that one. So that's a different thing. So just I'm telling you, these are the best practices. So whatever the name you want, you can keep it. There is nothing but. So if you want to check the labels that has been added for a image means, so you can use the Docker inspect and you can check the images. Okay. So by using label, you can make your Docker images more informative and easier to manage, especially in environments with many images or automated deployment process. So this is all about the concept of the label. Now what I will try to do say is, so let's try to see the practical implementation of this one. So how we can add the label to a Docker image. So here I have opened already. So this is our Docker image, so right? So this is our code which we have written, and if you try to check it here, insert. So this is the maintainer which I have already told you that I have that it is deprecated, right? So let's try to comment this one. So in the Dockerfile, if you want to comment a file means, so you need to use the hash. Now I will be using the label. Okay, so label, and what I can tell it is, so version. So the version which I will be using is the 1.0. So whatever the version you want, you can use it. So just I am trying to add a labels to this one. So it's nothing but a metadata. So label version is equal to 1.0, and you can add the label authors. So you can have multiple authors also, you can do it. And here I will add Leela webdev, and here Leela webdev@gmail.com. Okay, and you can have a label description also, you can do it, description. Okay, so this is the description of the image, so you can have it like this. So these are all the labels. Now I am exiting, so I will try to build the image. So where is the building image? Yeah, so Docker image build -- no cache, so I am removing the cache. So now Ubuntu demo dot means the current directory, the Docker file is situated. So now if I press enter, so now it is trying to build the image. Okay, so let it build the image. So we got some issue. Okay, so the spelling, the upgrade spelling mistake is wrong. So like this, if you have any issues, so we can able to check. So here I will go into this one. So insert and remove this E, and let's go save and do the build thing again. So we can do it like this. So now the build has been successfully completed. The image has been built. If you want to check the image details means, so here you can check Ubuntu-demo, and if you want to inspect the Docker, inspect Ubuntu-latest, and if you try to check here labels, so this is the labels. Okay, authors, so here I am able to check the authors. Description, this is the description of the image. So open container, this one is automatically added by the image itself, and the version. So these are all the labels which we are able to see. Now here I am going out. Okay, so now the custom images we have seen it, the labels we have seen it. Now I will try to show you another situation, that is nothing but, so let's open this one. So we can add all these labels in a single line also. These are all multi lines, right? So I will try to show you how we can add these all in a single lines. Now I am removing this authors. Okay, space, and I am removing this description also. Okay, space. So this is how we will be adding the labels in a single line. So we have added the multiple things and description of the image in a single line. So here I can able to write, this one is a single line. Okay, single line label. So just I have added description. Now I will try to double click it. Now let's build the image again. So where is the build? Yeah, I am building the image again. So it is building it, and now if I want to inspect the image, so let's inspect the image, and here you will be able to see this is the description of the image in single line and Leela webdev. So everything is coming as normal. So as expected, we are able to see the output. Now before closing this one, so I want to tell you about another thing. So now the label, the line is becoming very long, right? So you can also mention this one in a multi-line also. So if I want to mention this one in multi-line, so let's go to the insert, let's go to the label. So if I want to mention in multiple lines means, so here multiple lines means, so then I can use like this space and I can press enter. Okay, and here if I want to get it means, so here I can use this and I can press enter. So this is multi-line. Now if I try to do it and again build the image, so not a problem. So it will build the image, and now if I try to check the output via Dockerfile, sorry, so I will try to show you that multiple lines, right? This one is multiple line. multiple line. Okay, so we need to keep slash and we can write it in the second line. So that is what I want to tell you. And now if you try to check the image, I will build the image again. So image is built, and if you want to inspect the element, where is the inspect? Yeah, and now here you will be able to see the labels are coming as usual, so as normal how we have written in the previous. But right now we have implemented this one in Dockerfile with a label and these all things we have implemented. So this is what we need to understand. So this is how we will be implementing this label thing. So hope you understood about this concept. Fine, right? So this is all about the label thing. In the next video, you will learn about the env format also. What is this env parameter and why we use this env parameter. Hope you understood this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.